We're on day 57 of our 60-day healing journey to establish healthy boundaries. This journey is for anyone who has a problem with saying no. If you want to start establishing healthy boundaries, but you just don't know where to start, if you don't know where to draw the line and you're finding yourself drained, this is the journey for you. We're on day 57, and the affirmation for today is I naturally attract respect, healthy boundaries, and balance. I naturally attract respect, healthy boundaries, and balance. My question to you is, what is your energy saying? Are you actually attracting respect, healthy boundaries, and balance? Are you sending out mixed messages that may be saying the total opposite of this affirmation? Is your behavior saying something that's totally opposite of this behavior, of this affirmation? What I mean by this, I decided today that I was no longer going to have certain conversations with people, period. I would rather journal those conversations than speak them out loud. Because just think about it. Say you were in the habit of talking about certain types of things. The old version of yourself was in that habit of talking about certain things to people. And maybe it's not a bad topic, but it's not in line with that new version of yourself that you're trying to become. It's just conversation that may be meaningless. It may be talking about things in the past that are no longer important. It may be talking about old circumstances. You might be trying to relate with other people just so that you can not seem rude in the conversation, but it's the same types of conversation all the time. So my question is to you, is this in line with that affirmation? And that's what I had to ask myself. Are these conversations meaningful? Are they purposeful? Are they going to help me elevate into this newer version of myself? And I decided that they weren't. Because guess what? If you continue having the same types of conversations with the same types of people, when you do decide to level up or try to level up, those people will not respect the boundaries that you're trying to create. They will continue having those types of conversations because they're used to having those types of conversations with you. And not just conversations, just maybe going to certain places that you might have been going to before. Some things that you do may have to change. You may have to have boundaries with your own self, not just everybody else. You might start having to create these boundaries for yourself so that you can become more respectable by others, because the company you keep means a lot, especially if you're trying to move to a higher position, a higher space, trying to elevate, trying to get into that new version of yourself. You cannot partake in the same old ways if you're trying to move to that new place. You see, it just doesn't match. And in order for you to naturally attract respect, healthy boundaries, and balance, you have to do that with yourself. You got to create these boundaries for yourself. You have to break those old patterns and cycles and begin to think about newer, fresher ways to do things that may move you out of that situation that you were in before. So just think about it. A lot of times we think about the people that are crossing our boundaries, but think about, is your behavior, the way you're thinking, the things you're partaking in, are those actions respectable? Are they going to naturally help you create boundaries? You see what I'm saying? Does it align? Does it even match with where you're trying to go? The somatic practice for today is shake out your arms and legs to release stagnant energy. So today we're doing some shaking again of our arms and legs to move that stagnant energy. 2 minutes. The visualization for today is imagine your energy vibrating at a frequency that allows respect. Imagine your energy vibrating at a frequency that allows respect. So that frequency has to be a steady, calming frequency. something that's stern and firm but unmovable. So see, imagine that energy vibrating at a frequency that only allows respect. The journal prompt is, which people or situations amplify my boundary strength? Which people or situations amplify my boundary strength? Are you like stronger when you're around certain people? Is that when you stand up for yourself when you're in a group? Is it easier that way than when you're by yourself? You know, when it's just you one-on-one with somebody else? Which people or situations amplify my boundary strength? Take note of that so that you can see the difference in yourself when you're around other people and when you're by yourself. And then work on whatever you need to work on. So these journal prompts are very powerful because they help you to see things about yourself. They bring things to your awareness so that you're able to move forward and practice doing things in a different way that you may not have been used to. You might have been doing things for such a long time and just haven't noticed. But when you start doing these journal prompts, then you may start to notice a whole lot of things about yourself that you did not notice before. The tiny boundary practice is set one new boundary in a conversation with confidence. Set one new boundary in a conversation with confidence. So that's not repeating it over and over and over. When you say it, you mean it. So you wouldn't have to repeat it over and over and over. At that point, when you see your boundary isn't being, in that conversation, if you feel that your boundary is not being respected, you have an option to leave. You don't have to fight for your boundary to be respected. You don't have to fight for somebody to listen to you. You state it, you mean it, and if it's not respected, then you can exit that situation, that conversation. The bonus holistic tip for today is sip calming herbal tea to support emotional balance. So we sipping some more herbal tea, y'all, to support emotional balance of your choice. Whatever tea that you like. The one that keeps you calm and relaxed. That is our bonus holistic tip for today. We only got 58, 59, 60. We got 3 more days. 3 more days. I know I just had to count that. That was crazy. But anyway, we only have 3 more days. I will see y'all tomorrow. I hope everyone is well. See you tomorrow. Peace and love. Mwah.